Zenon to Stella. Zenon to Stella. Zenon to Stella. Zenon to Stella.
Yes, Zenon?
I finished that series of pictures. Would you like to see them?
I haven't got time. I've got to finish writing the text for my lecture.
Can I help you?
Not for the moment, thank you.
Well, what do I do now?
I'll be down in a jiff.
Who owns the water? Like the air, the water belongs to nobody, but everyone needs it. And given its great power of dissolution, water is polluted easily by man. Pollution in the atmosphere is not really a phenomenon in itself. The products released in the atmosphere by industry can be found in water. Acid rain, for instance. Zenon, could you find some pictures to illustrate my remarks?
Of course I can.
All water on the planet is part of the same cycle. Toxic products released into the atmosphere by one country's manufacturing plants often return as acid rain in a neighboring country.
Acid rains.
Water knows no borders. What's cast into the stream flows to the river and ends up in the ocean. Traces of DDT were found in the tissues of penguins in Antarctica. What's thrown in the streets of cities flows to the river by... What's thrown in the streets of cities flows to the river through sewers. Toxic products in our dumps end up in the groundwater.
Dumps.
The same applies to the surplus of chemical fertilizers used in agriculture and the excrement of farm animals, all of which can often be found in our waterways. Zenon, be serious now, please.
Just checking to see if you're looking at my pictures.
Not a bad point. I like it.
Thank you.
It's a good way to keep the audience's attention, I agree, but don't overdo it, okay?
Okay.
Let's continue.
Yes, let's.
Among the sources of pollution, we list industry, agriculture, and home life. Of course, industrial pollution is surely one of the most important. Sometimes, even with the best of intentions, we forget the global aspect, the planetary nature of the problem. For example, the solution wouldn't be to export our waste, our polluting factories in countries that are developing. The problems related to the quality of water are much more acute in countries that are developing.
Quite right.
Well, it still needs work. Did you record it all, Zenon?
Yes, Stella.
I think I'll touch up the last bit, and we'll work on it again tomorrow, all right?
All right. I'll keep looking for pictures. Let's check the center's computer. Well, this is new. Incorrect password. No entry to this file.
To live or even survive without drinking water is unthinkable. Canadians are privileged, yet they act as if drinking water will always be as easily available. In countries that are developing, the problem is much more dramatic. Diarrhea, bilharziosis, and malaria are three endemic diseases that are rampant in underdeveloped countries. The climate is partly to blame, since intense heat encourages bacteria, viruses, and certain insects to reproduce abundantly. The inaccessibility of drinking water is also a factor. Its transportation, its conservation. The disposal of wastewaters and refuse is another major problem. We can't talk about health without first
Someone else
addressing-
is listening to Stella.
1 million children 5 years old and less will die of malaria each year. Diarrhea kills from 6 to 10 million each year. Death will strike more than 10 times every
Holy
minute.
cow.
We must
That speech is
understand
worse
all
than
the
the
small
evening
things
news.
each of us may do to protect the environment. We must.
Don't the problems of underdeveloped nations interest you?
Who's that speaking?
My name is Zenon.
Hey, Zenon's the codename I hooked in at the research center.
Hooked in?
I'm the one who put the top secret into the computer at the research center. When you tried to open top secret, my program recorded your password.
And then you used my password to tap into the center's computer.
Oh, that's an old pirate trick. Hey, do you work for the police?
No, I'm a new pirate on the network.
But how did you get the center's password?
My father works at the center.
How were you able to track me down?
Top secret.
Wow, you're a top-notcher. And I suppose the transformation of your voice is so nobody will recognize you?
Do you still want to play?
You're darn right.
Zenon? Zenon? What's that?
I'm working on a new game.
Well, you can carry on with your new pastime
This
later,
is no
okay?
pastime, it's work.
Could you play back the last section you recorded yesterday?
Right away.
We mustn't disparage all the small things each of us may do to protect the environment. We mustn't subscribe to all or nothing. Better to do something occasionally than never. A bit multiplied by a billion adds up to a lot. Nothing multiplied by a billion adds up to nothing. In almost every case, an action that protects the environment will result in certain savings for the one who acts. We must choose the products that are the least destructive for the environment, consume much less, but consume much better. Must limit our waste and refuse. Garbage won't disappear, but it will simply be transported elsewhere. Why must we brush our teeth for, say, 3 minutes with the water running using 18 liters of water, when 2 glasses are plenty? And do read labels on things to avoid buying products which are harmful to our environment and avoid products derived from threatened species or environment specifically. Or environment specifically. Choose what's recyclable, reusable, biodegradable to cut down on our refuse and the pollution it creates. Observe the rule of the 4 R's. Refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let's observe the rule of the 4 R's. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Ah, you won it again.
You want to play another one?
No, I had enough for today, really. And I have a lot of homework.
Homework?
Yeah, on environment. It's the in thing these days.
Zenon, could you stop doing that, please?
Sorry, Stella, but that's not me.
Well, then what is that?
A program's been inserted into this game. The program multiplies every time the game is played. The blockade software contaminates all other software with which it comes into contact.
A virus in the computer? But who's been doing this, Zenon? Is it serious, Doctor?
A simple case of diarrhea could be something he ate or drank. A few days rest and everything will be all right.
Having trouble contacting Leslie?
Yes, it's impossible.
You have problems?
No, I must be immune because of my biological component.
That's good. But I don't want to lose all the work I've done these last weeks. I'll turn off the system.
No, don't.
Sorry, Zenon, but I've no choice.
Stella!
Holy cow. What now?
Great. Now I can't communicate with Stella. Leslie's computer has no doubt been contaminated by the virus. Well, I guess I'll just keep searching for new pictures.
Good. That takes care of one virus. Are you trying to say you're a computer?
No, a satellite.
Sure, you're a satellite and I'm a bulldozer. Get out of here.
Go to the window and look up at the sky.
You're playing pranks now.
What have you got to lose?
Okay. I don't see a thing.
Wait! Don't move! Look at your screen, now!
Holy cow!
Canadian Center for Research on the Environment. Good morning. Hold on a second, please. Mr. Leslie O'Toole to see you.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm a friend of Zenon.
You must be Leslie.
Right.
I'm delighted.
I got the vaccine.
That's great.
I want to see Zenon.
He's off today.
I know who he is and where he is. Hey, that's great.
You must keep the secret, okay?
A pirate will never betray another one.
A pirate?
That's what the members of a pirate network call themselves. I'm a pirate.
He's a member of our pirate network now.
And what do you do in that network?
Well, we circulate information, we study, hold contests. Zenon even helped me out with my audio-visual on the environment for school.
He'd gotten a little behind.
Right, well, I'd caught some kind of virus, that's why.
Your lectures were a great help, Stella. Would you like to see?
I'm not sure it's a good idea, Zenon.
On the contrary, I would be delighted.
Okay, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Water becomes easily polluted. The planetary nature of the problem To live or even survive without drinking water is unthinkable.